Kusuyo chuga nabida. Wanne Colin yaibing.
Wanne Brandon yaibing. Chuya Hawaii wute nada nakano hi yaibi shiga. Uchinanje na ukuiru na toibi kutu. Namakara ihiga ukui no kutu unuki yabira.
Today is the second day of Uchina Obon in Hawaii, but in Okinawa, it's already the third and final day. So we're going to talk a little bit more about ukui. Yutasarugutu unige sabira.
So in Hawaii, when we talk about Obon, for a lot of people, one of the first things that comes to mind is Obon dances. And typically, of course, that would have happened throughout the whole summer. So we kind of get this long season of Obon. Now, actually, Obon is only a 3-day period. And in Okinawa, it's observed according to the lunar calendar. So it falls on the 13th, 14th, and 15th days of the lunar calendar in the 7th month. And what that means for us who use the Gregorian calendar, this year it happens on August 31st, September 1st, which is today, and September 2nd. And one of the words that you hear a lot when you talk about Obon in Okinawa is shichigwachi. And shichigwachi literally means the 7th month in the Okinawan language. But in the context of Obon, a lot of the times that word shichigwachi is used synonymously with Obon.
Brandon and I had the opportunity to actually live in Okinawa, spend time there. And one thing we noticed about Okinawa Obon is it's really centered around the Uyafa Fuji, or the ancestors. And it's a time for people who live outside of Okinawa to come back home and spend time with family. People say it's the most significant holiday of the year and equate it to Christmas in the US. Whereas in Japan, Japanese Obon is heavily influenced by Buddhism. And a lot of people take it as a 3-day vacation, time to travel and actually leave home.
So for our club, the Young Okinawans of Hawaii, one thing that we're known for is going out to the Obon dances and doing our drumming and dancing. And so this is based on the Okinawan tradition of Eisa. But what happens here in Hawaii is that that tradition has been adapted to the local Obon dance style, which is, of course, dancing in a circle around a tower that houses the musicians. Now, in Okinawa, during Obon, you see what's known as Michijune Eisa. And so a big difference over there is that they do it on the streets, and they do it in straight lines. So during Obon, during Shichigwachi, oftentimes streets will get closed down, and the youth groups from each village will do their Eisa, the drumming and the dancing, through the streets, passing by houses. People will come out to kind of watch, and the idea is basically to give the ancestors a good send-off as they make their way back. So we're actually going to show you a video clip tonight, and this comes from the area of Heshikia, which is more in the central part of Okinawa. And a lot of people look to this style of Eisa as one of the older and possibly one of the oldest forms of Eisa. So let's take a look.
All right, so one thing to note is that although Eisa has become such a strong part of our Okinawan identity, traditionally, Eisa was only done in certain parts of Okinawa.
And so again, our club is known for being at the Bon dances, dancing and drumming in the circle. But there was a period of time, maybe about 5 years ago, when the club did carry out Nichijune a couple of years in a row. So we're going to leave you with a clip of that. Thank you for having us tonight, letting us share our time here on Yuntaku. And don't forget, our ancestors are visiting right now, and tomorrow they're going to be going back. So be sure to send them off properly.
That's right. Thank you, folks. And for more information, follow us on Facebook, Instagram at Young Okinawans of Hawaii. Ihe Davidu.